works once more. One calm voice and a slightly cursed scheme. That's just another day in Firestream. Oh, welcome to Fire, where the vibes stay bright. We're saving the world at a leisurely height. No shout, no panic, no speedrunner dream. Just good times floating down the stream. Oh, welcome to Fire, come laugh and stay near. The plan makes sense, eventually no fear. We'll probably get lost, but that's part of the theme. So kick back and relax in Firestream. A treasure chest here, a boss fight there, a 20-minute explanation for a wooden chair. Somehow it works and nobody knows why, but we're all having fun, so nobody asks why. The chat starts cooking, the jokes start to fly. Someone misread something and we're all gonna die. Offering danger or dragons or anything mean. Just laughing too hard in Firestream. Oh, welcome to Fire, where the vibes stay bright. We're saving the world at a leisurely height. No shouting, no panic, no speedrunner dream. Just good times floating down the stream. So settle right in, we're glad you're here. The games are cozy and the path is clear. Or maybe it isn't, but that's no big deal. We've got fire to explain how we feel.
Hi there. Welcome in, everybody. Let's go ahead and get right into the intro.
My name is Fire, and every morning I wake up feeling 94. I sit up too fast, my knees start talking, my back starts making decisions without me. Never streamed before. Everybody keeps saying just use a BS. Just use a BS. I've been looking at this thing for 3 hours. What's a scene? What's a source? Why are there 2 audio mixers? Why does fixing the microphone break literally everything else? Some kid says it's easy. Yeah, you're 18, you still recover from injuries. My name is Fire, though these days it's mostly embers. The flame's still there, it just needs a little encouragement. My name is Fire, at least that's what they call me. The spirit wants one more game, the body wants health insurance. I'm old, not obsolete, still talking trash from the captain's seat, still carrying teams while they're blaming lag, still watching the same mistakes repeat. I'm old, not obsolete, the mileage is high, but the engine's sweet. The knees complain, the back protest, but somehow I'm still elite. Back in my day, you bought a game and that was the game. No battle pass, no premium currency, no ultimate diamond, founder, platinum, deluxe, whatever edition. Back in my day, you got stuck, you bought a strategy guide, or called your friend or suffered like a man. Back in my day, the internet disconnected when somebody answered the phone and somehow we survived. Back in my day, LAN parties counted as exercise. You ever carry a CRT monitor up 2 flights of stairs? That's a workout. My name is Fire, though the pilot light flickers. I spent 10 minutes looking for my glasses, they're on my face. My name is Fire, and I've still got some heat. Maybe not wildfire heat, more don't touch the stove heat. People keep asking how old I am. Old enough, I remember the Last Supper. I told Judas, that guy looks suspicious. Nobody listened. Old enough, I saw the Trojan horse. I said maybe don't bring that inside. Nobody listened. Old enough, I watched them build the pyramids. Took forever, whole project was mismanaged. Old enough, I remember when the Dead Sea was just feeling a little under the weather. Back in my day, you unlocked characters. Back in my day, you were cosmetic. Back in my day, cheat codes were free. It took your save file survived dial-up. I survived GameSpy. I survived games for Windows Live. I survived Windows Vista. At this point, I'm less of a gamer and more of a historical landmark. These kids got reflexes. I got pattern recognition. I've watched the same bad decisions for so many years. I can predict them before they happen. That's not skill. That's archaeology. I'm old, not obsolete, still showing up and refusing defeat, still carrying teams that call me washed, still proving them wrong every week. I'm old, not obsolete, feeling 94, but still competing. The eyes need bigger text, the knees need replacement parts, the back's filing complaints, but I'm still here. My name is Fire. Well, mostly embers, but every gamer knows the truth. The flame burns hot. The embers last longer.
I like that song so much. It's so good. Welcome in, everybody. How are you doing today? I see, let's take a peek at chat real quick so I can say my hellos. Sapphire, welcome in. How are you today? How's everybody doing today? We're going to be playing a little bit more Obra Dinn. And I think we are going to be starting by taking a look at what we've done so far and trying to figure out if we have any fates already discovered. So let's go take a peek at that. Welcome back to the return of the Obra Dinn. Looks like we've played for 4 hours and 22 minutes, and we've discovered 12 fates so far. Let's carry on. When we last left off, we had discovered the 3 bodies here, I believe. And then even further... No, these guys were already here. So, we should have enough information to be able to name at least 1 or 2 people more. I hadn't noticed earlier when we first had gotten on the ship that the mast was tied up like that. That's a little interesting little point. Not that it's gonna make much difference, but I'm sure I would love to find out how it happened, when it happened. Let's go all the way downstairs. See if there's anything down there we may have missed. There's so much to this game. Oh, I remember we went and checked all these doors. This was where we found the stowaway, right? No, this is where we found the spider. The other side is where we found the stowaway, okay. This is just a random cabin, okay? It's entirely possible we may have exhausted our options. What's in there? Ah, we can go down another deck once we can get in there. This poor fellow. We have to be missing something. what exactly that something is, I don't know. There is the very real possibility that we may be stuck. Let us hope that's not the case. We can go all the way around. Oh, wait a minute. We can go all the way around. There was a memory that included this place. Was there not? This is the armory that we saw earlier. There doesn't appear to be anything in here of very large interest. We may have to take a look at the book, guys. We may have to take a look at the book. Maybe go over some of the memories that we've already... Huh?
Take him to the cockpit. Get him wrapped in seat to left right.
Hit her here. One swing. Get through the skull in stone or brain. I'll cut her throat when you've done it.
Here?
Yeah. Come on before she kicks off.
The cow?
You all right there, sir?
Never been on a farm, Chuck?
On
Charlie.
your shoes now.
Thank you for the sparkles, Lunamar. Welcome in. Alright. Somebody's hurling. This guy's Charlie. Whoever this guy is, his name is Charlie. So... Not that Charles, because that Charles is already set. Charles Hirschtick, a midshipman. That's a possibility. Okay. Is there another Charles? No, there is not. Charles Hirschtick. Okay. That the cook? That's gonna be the cook, isn't it? He's got an apron. This unknown soul. The cook or the cook's mate, right? Oh, the butcher. There's no cook's mate. Hey! Let's see here. Edward Nichols, the second mate, was shot with a gun. Yep. Charles Hirschtick, burned to death. And Emil O'Farrell, the butcher. We are getting somewhere. But now it's going to get difficult. Now it's going to get difficult. Let's go back to our table of contents. And we're going to slowly go by the book, right? Little by little. We're going to figure out who's who. Find out what we can. Chapter 1. 2 people died. We have both corpses. Chapter 1 happened while they were still in Europe. Okay. On the cargo deck, this unknown soul was crushed by falling cargo. Lunamar says, "You're welcome, just finishing up night chores so I can participate in the game when I'm done." Well, we absolutely appreciate you coming down and participating in the game because we are going to need all the help we can get. I am a little bit stuck right now. A little bit stuck. I don't know what's going to open the next bit of corpses up. So we're going to have to go over the information that we have, see if we're missing anything. 12 others were present. And this guy, he was the one that was the brother. An unidentified stowaway. So chapter 1, as soon as we finish figuring out who this guy is. What were the last names that we, was it Milroy? No, it wasn't Milroy. Peters? We have another Peters? No. Walker, Toporov, Peters. Samuel Peters. Okay. Samuel Peters and Nathan Peters. One was a seaman. They're both seamen. Okay. This is either Samuel Peters or Nathan Peters. Twelve others were present. Dingy says, "Hope you have an awesome stream." Thank you, Dingy. Appreciate it very much. We're trying to figure out right now the identity of this fellow right here who was the first one to die. And apparently we should have enough information. See how his face is no longer blurred? Like this guy, for example? We should have enough information. But we don't. This guy locked in yet? No, he's not. Okay, so that one's got to be wrong. So we're going to put the captain on there. Okay, let's carry on. The second one was the stowaway. So we don't need to worry about them. We don't know anything about Chapter 2. But chapter 3, we know we have 3 corpses. Number 1, Nunzio Pasqua. He was killed by Edward Nichols, the second mate. Okay, I remember that. Two others were present. Hokseng Lao. He was the one that was blamed. So he was framed for the murder. And Hokseng Lao was the next one to die. Guilty by self-confession. Dingy says this game looks very interesting, but confusing. It can get confusing when you have too many clues and you haven't used them all. Such as now. Surely I should know exactly how this guy died. Sapphire says there are lots of details with this game for sure. There sure are. We should know how this guy died, right? Like, we know he was shot by the firing squad. We have his identity. We know exactly what happened. Why can't I seal his fate? We don't know who that guy is yet. We don't know who that fellow is yet. This guy, we don't know either. Dingy says, I'm not playing it, and my head hurts just trying to figure it out. Yeah, I feel that. I feel that. All right. Okay, so if this is the captain, this is the first mate, this is the second mate, this is either the third or fourth mate because of the uniform. He looks exactly the same as the other guys. This guy also has the same type of hat and uniform. And then if we can figure out... Dingy says, have to make dinner. Have fun, y'all. Thanks, Dingy. We will try. We will discover who all was murdered here. Or, at least we're gonna try. Apparently we should know who this fellow is as well. He's met an unknown fate. Lars Linda. So we don't know how the bosun died. We know he is the bosun, apparently. Well, you know what we can do? There's definitely something we can do. I know there's a memory where this fellow comes out of one of the rooms. We can go and check on the map what room that is that he comes out of. Also, this guy, Let's go back to the actual picture. Here we go. Let's look at, yeah. Okay, so this fellow right here that got crushed by the cannon, along with this fellow right here who got knifed. Wait, we can deduce who this guy is. We can deduce who this guy is because we have Edward Nichols' identity. Edward Nichols is the second mate. And what we can already discover is that these guys are the mate's stewards. So this guy must be the second mate's steward. Right? Samuel Galligan, the second mate's steward. And we also know that we're going to have to go back out to the boat. O'Malley. That was the name. O'Malley. He said, O'Malley, can you still row? On the memory on the boat yesterday. Or O'Hagan. So we know O'Hagan's out there as well. And he got speared. Okay, so this must be the second mate steward. Because let's move on to that. Back to where we were. Okay. I got shot. He was trying to stop the people that were getting on the boat. People that were getting on the boats were Samuel Galligan, Edward Nichols, this fellow, and these guys. Lars Linda was there. Okay. This is where we want to look at. Okay. They got on the boats. There were 7 people present when they first got on the boats. This guy. He was drowned by one of the beasts. He's going to be difficult to figure out. Second mate steward and a second mate. We are going to assume. We have to assume for now anyway. That, yeah, we have to assume that the mate, or the steward rather, that was with the second mate was the second mate's steward. Because he would be loyal to him. Who's this guy? We know these two were the ones that were kidnapped, basically. They were tied up. This guy. There's Russian spoken. Or what appears to be Russian. So that is at least another name. We can't get him yet. We don't have enough clues to figure out either of those two guys. Those guys are locked in. Let's see. Do we have anyone from Russia or Ukraine or any of the, what are they called? I don't know what that language root was called. Cyrillic? No. Any of the languages that write like that. Sweden? No. England? Ireland? Persia? No. Scotland? China? New Guinea? England? Russia. Here we go. We have 3 people from Russia. And no one else that would speak in that language. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Four possible people. Do we have any? Give me the crew manifest. We're going full investigator mode now. Okay, do we have any topmen? Because now we're looking at freaking Nicholas Botterill. He was a topman. Speared by a beast. We need to look at this topman's uniform. Carpenter's mate, no. Where is Nicholas Botterill? Hold on. Midshipman. Okay, so now we have the midshipman's uniform as well. Oh, that guy's not locked in yet either. Huh, interesting. Nicholas Botterill. Topmen seem to wear just white shirts and pants. So this guy could be a topman. We want to look at when this guy died, because there was definitely somebody named Charles there. There was another Charles that we got locked in, right? We got Winston Smith. Where's the cook? The butcher there. Yes. The cook. We think this guy was the cook anyway, Thomas Sefton. We would hope he got spiked, because that's what we've chosen. There was another Charles, I remember that. Not the surgeon's mate. Alright, back to the book. We're gonna have to start going back to the memories, guys. We are gonna have to start going back to the memories to see what we know. We definitely know that on this part, this unknown soul was speared. This unknown soul was speared. Okay. Back to the crew manifest. Leonid Volkov, topman. And we expect him to have been at the other place. Okay. Not there, right here. Who was present? That we are going to assume is Leonid Volkov. We need to look at what happened. This is accessible only through another corpse. Another corpse. Post-mortem, corpse was moved post-mortem. Okay, those are the 3 corpses that we have. That we will be able to access. I think that's Volkov. But let's see, do we have any other possible clues here? Got some stuff back there. Ooh, start of chapter 2. A bitter cold. This cow died on the Orlop deck. Was that the only death? No. Okay. A large cow was slaughtered for its meat. That was the butcher talking. There's gonna be another corpse coming from here. Okay, we are no longer stuck, I guess. You know who this guy is? Oh, but we know he was a knife. That guy's the butcher. We locked him in. Who's this fella? We don't know who he is, but we know he was exploded. They have similar uniforms. This guy and that guy has a similar uniform. And we're gonna have to start looking at all that real soon. Actually, we already did start looking at that. Let's see, who else is back here? This fellow we've already locked in. This fellow we've already locked in. Who's this guy? Unknown. But he's been in a number of memories now. He's got a monkey. Oh. I see the other corpse. Who are you? Wait. What room is this? Oh boy. Which is the front of the ship and which is the back of the ship? We're gonna assume that this is the front. Oh, I need Orlop deck. Is that where we're at? Yes, right here. This room, this is surgery. Rastov says, stream is a little buffery for me. Every 5 seconds it buffers. Yeah, I do see some, a few dropped frames just started up on OBS. Rastov says, every 5 seconds it buffers. We are definitely getting some frame drops happening. I'm not entirely sure why that would be happening. Let's see if I can change anything over here. Stream settings. I can't go to low latency. Bitrate right now has dropped to 8,000. It keeps jumping around, actually. It keeps going from like 10 to 7, 8. Stays are between 7 and 9 for the most part. But it jumps down to 4 every so often. I'm not entirely sure why that would be happening right now. Let me check if Steam is downloading anything. It shouldn't be, since I'm playing a game. I don't remember what I have it set to. It's definitely higher than this. Let me take a look here. All right, let's see. Oh, there we go. It's back up. It's back to green. And yeah, it looks like it's staying there. I don't know. Minor internet something. Because we are no longer dropping frames. We should be good now. Yeah, but I'm not going to sit there and look in the settings right now if it just came back. It's hovering at around 10,000 though. In the green now. I'll definitely tell you what it's set at after stream. Okay. So we think this is surgery. And then the other side is the purser's office. Yeah, because we don't have access to the cargo hold yet. All good? All right, cool. We should be good now. Oh, no, it's dropping again. It went to the yellow for a second. But no, it's back in the green. All right. I'm gonna stop worrying about it for now until you say something again. Or somebody else says something. But surgery. I believe that room is surgery. I think it tracks. And we don't have sufficient information, but we are going to assume that this may have been the surgeon or the surgeon's mate. Depending on... Let's see. Surgeon Henry Evans. I cannot deduce with confidence yet, but... Oh, it could also be James Wallace, huh? Alright. What we do know is that there's a dead guy here. He was crushed by a beast. Alright. Fellow was crushed by falling Pargo. And this guy? Not a clue. Alright. Let's see where this tells us to go. It is that corpse. It absolutely was that corpse. Alright. Let's see what happened to this fella. Boom, boom, boom. Where? He should be right on the stairs here, right? Yeah. Getting the last few people is going to be so hard.
Well, same as the other fellow. Some lung disease, not consumption. Made worse by the cold.
Will it spread?
If so, we'd all have it. They must have picked it up at the Alaska house. I checked all hands just now, and everyone is healthy.
And him? What are his chances?
I gave him some laudanum. We'll see.
This is the fellow that just expired? This, I would assume, is the surgeon. This, I would assume, is the surgeon's mate. taking him to the carpenters. Okay. This isn't the carpenters, so. Same as the other fellow, they say. Well, I am to assume corpse was moved post-mortem. How did they die? Well, they appear to have just been died from a disease. Illness. There we go. Well, we already see a corpse. I'm pretty sure that's going to be the one it guides us to. Yep. Let us see the moment of your death. Where is that corpse gonna be? It should be like right there. Yep. And we have to assume that this fellow.
Sayed? Sayed उठो.
Syed. Syed is the one that's dying, okay. Okay. Syed. Uh-oh. Did I miss it? Unknown, unknown. Uh-oh. I don't see a Syed. I don't see a Syed. Solomon Syed. Seemed he spoke in Persian. But I can't tell for sure. Not an unknown officer, just unknown. Who's this guy? Okay. I want to take a look at the dialogue one more time. There's more going on here for sure. Number 40, number 41, number 39. Oh, they have tags. Number 54. Interesting. Okay. That gives us a lot. Solomon Syed died due to illness. Hey! 3 more fates are correct. Solomon Syed succumbed to a tragic illness. Samuel Galligan, we got him right, okay? And James Wallace. Lunamar says, I'm back. Welcome back, Lunamar. We just got 3 more fates. We are up to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. It looks like 18 people. Unless the first 3 or 2 lines were there, in which case we're up to 16. But no, we do it by 3, so it would be 15. It's either 15 or 18. Okay. So we got that Syed guy. But now we've also discovered that there are tags on the beds. So we want to go to the crew. Number 54. It's number 54, Solomon Syed. Okay. That means... Oh, really? Really? They're going to put an X on it? So this is number 51. Who's number 51? Renfred Rajub. Is there anybody else that we can tag in their sleeping quarter? You're not gonna give me 6, 8, this 55, 57. Okay, so 55, 56, 57, 58. '51, '52, '53. Yeah, so this guy must be 52. Let's check. Who would be number 52? Abraham Akbar. Hey, MJ, welcome in. Good to see you. Looks like this would be number 52. Right? But we don't have any... What the hell does that say? Can't even read it. We're gonna look for number 52 here. 59... Oh, 39. No, 59. 38. So it might not be number 52. We can't tag any of these guys, can we? Nope. No faces. Still don't know who this fellow is. Would love to know who this fellow is. That guy, we're pretty sure was the Russian topman. Topman. We think that's who he was. Take a look at the crew. Where is the Russian topman? Is the there he is. Leonid Volkov, number 45. We don't have a hammock named number 45, so we should be good. 47. $37. 39, 40, 41. $45, 46, and 47. We are to assume that these three guys are 45, 46, and 47. Right? We kind of have that to sort of go by. Maybe. Let's see. Crew. 45. 46. And 47. Three Russian fellas playing cards. Okay. I like it. I like it. No other corpses here? Seven, 45, and 46. Okay. Is there anyone sleeping in any of those? No, I did not think so. Alright, I'm pretty confident. Pretty confident. We got that guy right. Three corpses in Chapter 2. A Bitter Cold. Number 1, Solomon Syed succumbed to a tragic illness. Number 2, Renfred Rajub succumbed to a tragic illness. And a large cow was slaughtered for its meat. Oh, we still don't know who shot this guy. Is there no way to put, like, firing squad? Nope. Yeah, nope, this guy has to be... How did that guy die? Okay. Samuel Galligan, yeah, he was identified, she was identified, he was identified, he was identified. What if we call this guy? What was the name on that guy? O'Hagan. We are gonna call this guy O'Hagan. Patrick O'Hagan, seaman, was speared by a terrible beast. Seven others were present. We don't know who this guy is, do we? He has to be... He's an unknown topman. Unless this guy is not Volkov. Here's what we're going to try to do. We're going to try to figure out who the hell this guy is. MJ says, "Hi, Sapphire. Sorry, I'm cooking dinner." Well, you go ahead and enjoy cooking dinner. We'll be right here trying to continue to solve this mystery. Things are happening.
Floyd! Get in there somewhere! Storm's coming! Finish your business and climb down here!
Things are absolutely happening. Storm's coming. All right. I don't know if I have enough clues to figure out anyone else. Let's take a look at this guy. Just for shits. Chapter 9. Escape.
Put me down. Let go.
Easy now. You're in a bad way.
Is it squid? Where is my Frenchman?
The squid's gone. Romaine was torn apart.
The cat. The beast is dead. How? How did you kill it?
store. Captain came up from the hold. Said he chased him off. You should rest.
Curse like that does not live for nothing.
Okay, we've got him figured out, I'm pretty sure. Lunamar says whoever that was sounded like Arnold. Get in the chopper. Get to the chopper. That was this fellow right here. Alfred Kolestil. The bosun from Austria. Appears to have been... I don't know, what's wrong with him? Oh, he lost an arm and everything, huh? Eaten, poisoned, shot, speared, spiked, strangled, struck. Hey! Alfred Klestel was torn apart. That was Renfred Rajub, all right. And that was Patrick O'Hagan. Three more lines. That's right, he was torn apart. I noticed he was missing an arm there. And so, right by this memory, chapter 2. Well, we got chapter 2. We finished chapter 2. Bitter Cold. Solomon Syed. Renfred Rajub. Yeah, this was chapter 9. Chapter 9. Chapter 9, the bosun was the first one to die. They said his Frenchman was torn apart by a terrible beast. Who was torn apart by a terrible beast? We don't know. On the stern deck. Ah, because we don't know the attacker's name. We know he was the attacker. First mate steward, okay. We should be able to figure this guy out. He's in 12 memories. bookmark all the memories that he's in, please. Let's look at our bookmarks. Good God. Okay. This has to be shotgun. It should. There's nothing that says firing squad, so we're screwed on that guy. But he was there for that. There he is. Okay. Did he say? We don't know. Okay, the next memory he appears in. We assume he was the cook. He definitely got spiked. He must not have been the cook. Move on to our next memory where this guy was present. He was there, okay. He was there for this one. We should be able to find a John here. Whom was present? This guy was present. Tell me. Yep. John Davies. Fourth mate. Which tells me that this fellow might have been John Davis's steward. I'm gonna throw it in there just for shit. Okay. So he was in this memory, but what did he do? What did he say? We're gonna go take a look at that memory again. Not these guys. Although... not those guys. Down below. Not that guy. Or was it that guy? I think it was the guy down bottom. On the cargo deck. Location of the corpse is in the cargo hold right by the stairs. Right here. Let's see what we can see.
Keep pressure here.
Oh, give me just a second. I gotta handle this cat. 1 second, guys.
20 years my steward. I never a doubt of your sanity. Explain yourself. Those ungodly beasts carry a curse. Throw them back. You're doomed with all. Tie him up. Put him in the lazaret with those things. He may yet find his senses.
All's fine, John. Been in worse spots, I think. Here's the rest of the day.
I was muted. We're back. Okay. This guy came out of here. That's not who we're trying to figure out. Still don't know who that guy is. I have a feeling that's like a random passenger. It's not a... He's not who we think he is. We have no idea who the heck this guy is. He's in 3 memories. MJ says fire. Would you rather be a bird or a fish if the lifespan was the same as a human? Probably a bird, I think. Probably a bird. Flying just seems a little more interesting than swimming, I suppose. Although there is a vast area to explore with both. But, yes, exactly. It's just there's so much to explore with both options. That I don't know. I think either would be enticing. Yeah, we don't know who this fellow is, but we can. MJ says, you could be the first fishman to see parts of the ocean that no one would ever see. But flying? Hell yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. For both, you're going to be seeing parts that probably no one's been to. Either for a very long time or ever. The ocean sounds like a tougher place to make it in. I think being a bird might be easier. A little bit easier. The ocean's scary, man. There's a lot of stuff that wants to eat you there. The deeper you go, the weirder it gets, too. All right. This unknown soul was killed with a sword by the 4th Mate's steward. Keep pressure here. Hold him down. What madness is this? 20 years my steward and never a doubt in your sanity. Explain yourself. Okay. Where is Davy James? There he is. Is that our surgeon? That's our surgeon. Surgeon's mate. Okay. Surgeon and surgeon's mate. Where is... I don't see him. The upstairs. This guy has a gun. He's an officer of some sort. I wonder... Lunamar says turkey vulture. Immune to like 99% diseases and legally protected. Hey, that's how much flying do turkey vultures do? They're kind of big boys, aren't they? Or at least assuming. That this fellow got, he got his leg cut off by a sword or something. This guy's getting dragged away. Oh, look at his face. Can I look at his face? I can. Tie him up and put him in the lazarette. Eradarar. What language is that? Eradarar. Eradarar. What language? Wales? No. I unfortunately do not know what language that may have been. But perhaps we see him in other memories. He doesn't... His uniform is definitely not, uniform, I guess? It doesn't seem to match with anybody else's. Yeah, it doesn't match with anybody else's at all. This guy we should be able to figure out, too. Obviously not Charles Minor. What is the next memory this guy is in? On the Orlop deck. Alright, let's go to the Orlop deck. Cargo. This is Orlop. This one? Nope, right in the frickin' middle. Right here. These two guys.
We're no use!
These guys were both clawed. For sure. Unknown soul. An unknown topman, I can tell. Guy's a topman as well. Or no use, burn it quick. Apparently he was there as well. Where? Where is he? There he is. No? That's the gunner, Christian Wolf. There he is. He was coming from the bottom. He was opening up the bottom. This fella. Listen. Okay. what is a bosun? Boatswain. Okay. All right. Then what is a purser? An administrative official. Accounts for the cargo, value, and trade transactions. Manages a small item store for the... So the purser is the quartermaster. Got it. All right. Carrying on. Not there. Not there. Oh, we went to this one. What's the next one that he's in? Davy James. Or at least whom we assume is Davy James. I guess we don't know for sure, huh? So where is the corpse of Davy James? It was found on the side. This is gonna be a tough one. This guy definitely got spiked. Yep. He's donezo. Davy James. Or at least whom we believe to be Davy James.
Secure the hold. Someone shoot the damn thing!
Yeah, it looks like he got shot through the wall by that guy, whoever that guy is. I don't think I can make it out to... Yep, I can't make it out there to see who it was. Alfred. Just cannot make out who the shooter is. Don't see a spike. But he was already dying from the spike before. No, that shot definitely went through. The only thing is we don't know if this was, in fact, Davy James. An unknown steward. who was shot by what looked like an unknown seaman. All right. Let's go see what the boat guy wants. I don't know if we're discovering any other fates right now. I thought maybe we could figure out who this hat guy was. But I'm not sure. He's some sort of officer for sure. We don't know that this guy was Charles Minor. In fact, we're gonna say he's not. We're gonna say he's an unknown seaman. Next, he was there when she died. Somebody here was named Martin. We should have been able to deduce that already. Go back to Abigail's. We should have been able to deduce that already ages ago. Her body. It's over here. This was the third mate, Martin Perot. He was not the fourth mate. Nah, we're just gonna keep him as an unknown steward for now. But we think this guy was named Mark. We have any idea how he died yet? Probably not. This dude's always got guns. He's always got guns. See the gunner's mate? Oh, but we don't know. We don't know who killed him. He might be the gunner's mate, though. I'm thinking that's who he is. Okay. Next place he was at, in the officer's mess. Squid's gone. Your mate was torn apart. So the squid tore apart the bosun's mate. Okay. The bosun's mate. These guys all disappeared. Okay. Bow on the main deck. This is the first thing that happens on the Doom. Near the Canary Isles. Near the Azores Isles. So we've come down. A bitter cold, okay. Murder, the calling. Unholy captives, soldiers at sea, and this is where the Doom happens. They never got past the Canary Islands. Okay. Alright. They never got past the Canary Islands. They went back up north towards the Azores. Okay, what's the first thing that happened? The first thing that happened was... Three others were present. That guy says he saw the whole thing. We don't know who this guy is. That's the guy that killed him. That's the guy that died. Okay. And then the artist was strangled. Then on the gun deck, guy got crushed by a beast. We still don't know who this fellow is or how he died. This unknown soul was crushed by a loose cannon. Unfortunate. Guy exploded. This is the only guy to have been torn apart. This is the bosun. Bosun's mate should be nearby. That's why we thought this was that Charles guy, the Frenchman. I think there's only one. Yep, the bosun's mate, Charles Minor. Yeah. We still think this might be Charles Minor. We're not very sure though. This is starting to get difficult, guys. I don't know how much further we're going to be able to get just without any more hints. Without any more clues. There's that guy again. We still haven't quite figured out his name. That should be one of the easier ones too, I would assume. Because he's at the beginning. Let's go see what the hell this guy wants. Maybe he'll give us the next clue. Can't believe he's just been sitting here waiting the whole time.
All done?
No.
We should go.
No, we shouldn't.
Storm's nearly about, so we won't be coming back.
Oh.
If you've still business here, climb up and finish it.
Yeah, I've got a lot of business here. I've got a lot of business still here. Let's go to this guy real quick. See if we can identify.
You have been found guilty by self-confession of the murder of Nunzio Pasquale.
We can say he was shot by Patrick O'Hagan. He was part of the firing squad.
Quiet. As captain of this ship, and by the authority of the East India Company, and thus the Crown of England, I sentence you to death by firing line. Mr. Wolf, when you are ready.
Right, sir. Ready, men. Aim. Fire!
But where is Gun Guy that we're constantly trying to figure out? Is that him down there? That is him down there. I think he might be the gunner's mate. Wait. That's interesting. This is not at all where some of them are standing. Picture is not the same as what's actually going on, it looks like. Guy is definitely a topman of some sort. Unknown topman. Unknown topman was speared by a terrible beast. Yep. We're gonna be looking at the uniforms now. All right. So, I think for now, what do you call it here, guys? I think it's we've been live for about 2 hours now, and we're at a pretty good point where we're a little stumped. So tomorrow we come back with a fresh head and see if we can discover any more of the fates that have happened on the Obra Dinn. But yeah, I think we're gonna go ahead and end it there, guys. Thank you all for coming. Thank you for all your support. As always, I appreciate you all. Live and let live. And I will talk to you guys later. Have a good night.